Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my hair care routine and showing you guys how I maintain my blonde healthy hair. I decided to do this video for you guys because I often actually get compliments about how healthy my hair looks and feels, which I obviously really appreciate because I never thought my hair care routine was anything special or that I used any particular products to make it extra soft or extra healthy or anything like that. I just kind of went about washing my hair like usual, but then I also got the opportunity to collaborate with the hair care brand, which you would be able to tell by the title and by the thumbnail. So I really thought it was a great opportunity to show you guys my hair care routine and show you how I maintain my hair. So jumping straight into it, I personally believe there's 4 major components to keeping your hair healthy, no matter what colour it is. And I've got the 4 written down in my little YouTube notebook, so I know exactly what to tell you guys before I get into the products and things like that, because I also have other like major kind of influences on healthy hair. So I've got written down how often I colour it, how often I wash it, how often I use heat tools, and what products you actually use to care for your hair. So I'm going to start with how often I dye it because that's super simple and not going to take long to explain, because I have only had my hair coloured, I think it's been 3 or 4 times, I can't remember exactly, but I've literally only been to the hairdresser to get foils and like my hair bleached 3 or 4 times, like maximum. And I've never box dyed my hair before that, I'd never coloured it, and yeah, I've only ever just gradually gotten more and more blonde foils, and it's only been like 3 or 4 sessions that I've had ever, like with foils in my hair. That's also another good point. I did do it really gradually and over the space of, I think it's been 2 years since the very first time I ever got colour put in my hair, and that was only like some light kind of balayage and like streaks of blonde through my hair just to freshen it up a bit, because I was going quite dark and I'm usually naturally a blonde. When I was a lot younger I was really blonde, and a real like golden blonde as well. But yeah, obviously it's gotten a lot darker as I got older. This is kind of my natural colour up the top there. Well, my natural colour was there, but this is the after result of using the Fanola, which I'm going to show you in this video, which has actually lined my whole hair colour, and I'm so happy about it. But basically my point is, I started off just getting like a light balayage, nothing too dramatic. And then the most recent time I went, I'm going to go again in about 2 weeks from now to get my hair like from roots down like completely blonde again. But the most recent time I went, I got like a full head of foils, which made me quite blonde. I'll insert a photo of what it first looked like here. But that was definitely a gradual thing. Like that wasn't the first time I'd ever had my hair coloured, but then again, I'd only had it like 2 or 3 times before that. And yeah, I think it's really important to kind of, whenever you're doing a dramatic colour change or you're just getting a lot done to your hair, spread it out and do it gradually, which I know is hard if you want a quick colour change, but it's definitely the best way to go about colouring your hair. And also, obviously, most importantly, going to a hairdresser who uses really good quality products. Mine uses Olaplex, I'm pretty sure, as the toner or as the colour, I can't quite remember, but something really good quality and somewhere that you really trust as your hairdresser, and do not box dye your hair ever. Second thing that is really important to not only really the health of your hair but just the condition of it on a daily basis is how often you wash it. Now this is obviously very different for everyone, but up until I started kind of going through puberty and that kind of thing, when you start getting quite oily skin and oily hair and that kind of thing, I only washed my hair once a week. Sometimes I let it go for 2 weeks before I washed it, up until, as I said, like I was like a teenager kind of thing when I started having to wash it more regularly. But even then still, and now, I literally try and prolong it as long as I can before I wash my hair. So at the moment I'm currently filming this clip, like this intro part, a couple of days after I did the Fanola and the rest of the video that you're gonna see, so that I could show you guys the after result. But this is like day 3 of not washing my hair, and I just popped in a tiny bit of dry shampoo. It really didn't even need that though. And yeah, I just kind of choose hairstyles that help prolong it, and because I go to the gym quite often and that kind of thing, and I'm sweating, I really don't have the desire to wash it if I know I'm just going to ruin it by going to the gym and sweating. But yeah, currently I probably only wash my hair twice a week or every 3 to 4 days, but sometimes I can push it out and not wash it for a whole week, and it really, like, it doesn't make much of a difference. But I think that's something really important to note, and some people have actually gone what they do, if they find they have to wash their hair like almost every day or every second day because it gets so oily, something that's really hard but I've heard really works is leaving your hair and not washing it for like 2 weeks if you're someone that washes it like daily or every second daily, because that means all of the natural oils return to your hair. You're not stripping your hair at all, and then your hair kind of relearns how to maintain the natural oils itself, because it's kind of forgotten how to, because you keep stripping it every single time you wash it, like every single day. So that's kind of why I recommend not washing your hair as often as you can, or like, yeah, leaving it as long as you can before you wash your hair, because your natural oils are obviously going to be the most beneficial for your hair, and no matter what shampoo or conditioner you use, it is kind of stripping that top layer of oils that are on your hair, obviously to make it clean again, but your natural oils are actually really good for your hair. The third tip I have, and something that I'm probably not the best at, but definitely not the worst at, is using heat tools regularly on my hair. Now, it's definitely obviously a damaging thing to use like 200-degree straighteners and hair dryers on your hair all the time. And what I try and do, which you'll obviously see in the whole like routine that I'm going to show you, is I try and let my hair dry naturally as often as possible, especially if I know I'm going to want to straighten it. So this is my hair straightened right now, it's not naturally dead straight. But yeah, if I know I'm going to want to straighten my hair to go out for a special event, or just like because I want to look extra nice that day for some reason, I won't straighten it just after I've washed it. I'll just wait until just before that event happens when I want it perfectly dead straight, so I don't have to re-straighten it every morning or do it on a regular basis. So yeah, if I know I'm not going anywhere overly special or anything after I've washed my hair, I will definitely let it dry naturally. So basically I never blow dry and straighten my hair after the same wash. I always try and either use one heat tool or no heat tools after each wash, just because that obviously saves your hair going through that heating, like extreme heating process as like many times as you can save it from having to do that. So yeah, as I said, because I only wash my hair probably twice a week, I only like at most straighten my hair twice a week, sometimes not even that. Sometimes I will admit I do touch it up, and that's why I'm saying I'm not the best at this rule, even though I try and follow it as best I can, because I do like to kind of straighten out the little kinks that come like after a day or two of having it straight. But yeah, my number one rule is to never blow dry and straighten. Always just plan your events and plan your weekends wherever you're going out to wash your hair in enough time in advance. So I always wash my hair at night time because I'm a nighttime showering person, so I always just wash it when I'm having a shower at night, and that's obviously just the night before I know I'm going out somewhere, so that way I have enough time to let it air dry naturally, and then I can just straighten it right before I have to go out. So my fourth and final tip when caring for and maintaining your hair is definitely the product you choose to use to look after it and to wash it and all of those kinds of things, which is actually where the collaboration with Fanola comes in, because they were very generous enough to send me a whole bunch of their range, predominantly and most importantly the No Yellow shampoo, which is the purple toning shampoo for blonde hair, which is this one sitting just here. And I was so excited about this because originally I was using Fudge, which is a super popular. I've got it here. It's probably the most popular, well I know it is because I work at Priceline. It's the most popular like drugstore or pharmacy purple shampoo that we sell, and that's because it's like, I think it's $22 a bottle, which actually is really comparable to Fanola. It's kind of more pricey in the hair care aisle of Priceline. But yeah, I was using this purely because it was the most popular and I didn't know what else to use when I first coloured my hair, and this is the only bottle I've ever bought and I'm almost finished it. But basically I was using that for quite a while, maybe like 6 to 9 months ago I bought it, and I've just been using it every second wash around about since then, and I wasn't quite happy with just how drying it was before I had to put in my conditioner. Like I feel like I had to use a lot of conditioner to like overcompensate for the dryingness of the Fudge shampoo first, and it was also quite overtoning. Like sometimes I'd put it through my hair and when I got out of the shower I would kind of have like little purple streaks, and I'd be like, whoa, I really need to like not use that for like a week now because it's kind of overtoned my hair. And yeah, I only left that in for like a minute or two. So ever since I kind of started having those thoughts, I thought I'll just finish off that bottle and then I'll invest in some Fanola, because that's when I first saw it advertised on Princess Polly, because Princess Polly Boutique, my literal favourite online store, started stocking it a little while ago, and I saw it all over their Instagram and I was like, that looks amazing. I've heard so many good things about it. I need to try it. And the most recent time I asked my hairdresser about it, I was like halfway through the fudge bottle and I just wanted to ask her, like, Fanola or fudge, like, what do you think? And now that I've tried the Fanola, I'm so happy to say Fanola is a lot more moisturising and like a thick and gooey consistency, which kind of just makes it feel a lot more hydrating and like it's going to do the job a lot better. It's also a lot more gentle, but can be a lot more... I'm so sorry everyone, my camera just died at the most inconvenient time, but I was kind of just running you through a brief like summary of my thoughts on Fanola before I get into like my before and after and trying it out and that kind of thing, because I do really love it and I definitely think it's worth the price if you want to get your hands on it. As I said, they do stock it at Princess Polly and at quite a few other like hair salons and boutique kind of things online as well. And yeah, they literally, I've seen their before and afters. I'll put like a little insert of the Facebook ads that I've been seeing on my feed of like insane before and afters using the mask, I think it is. They also sent me that as well, but I'm way too scared to use it because of just the incredibly dramatic results. And obviously my hair is already quite light and I didn't really want to go any lighter. I just wanted to kind of tone it and make it a little bit more cool toned, which is exactly what's happened and I'm really happy about it. And it's also lightened up my roots a little bit. But yeah, as you're about to see, I definitely was very cautious. I mixed it with my other shampoo and I only used a little bit for a short amount of time when I was in the shower. Like I didn't leave it in for very long at all. And just to finish off my last tip, because obviously this is very important and something I will like go into further in the video, is my regular shampoo and conditioner that I use. That's not the front of the bottle. It's the Di Lorenzo brand, which I buy from my hairdresser, and my one is called the Rejuvenate. So they have got a whole bunch of different series, which is indicated by different colours. So not all of Di Lorenzo is purple, but that's just the Rejuvenate series. And it says that one is specifically designed, well the shampoo says it cleanses coloured hair and protects from UV fade, and the conditioner restores coloured hair and protects from UV fade. So this one is particularly for coloured hair pretty much, and yeah, helping protect it and maintain it. It also smells absolutely delicious. It's vegan and cruelty free, which I think is really important, and it's super natural because my hairdressers really like to use natural and like cruelty free, like vegan friendly products, because obviously the more natural it is, the better it's going to be for your hair and the less kind of coating it has on it, if that kind of makes sense. That's probably not the best way to explain it, but the less heavy it makes your hair feel, like the less coating it leaves behind, I guess you could say, because as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, if you do use like better quality shampoos and conditioners from hairdressers, a lot of drugstore ones can leave an extra layer on top of your hair that just gives the illusion that it's like shiny and healthy, when actually it's just coating your hair every single time you wash it, instead of like stripping it back and just moisturizing what's already there, if that makes sense. So yeah, I really like this stuff. Anyway, that is all from me rambling before we even have gotten into the hair care routine. I really hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and if you do, don't forget to give it a quick thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. So before I even hop in the shower or wet my hair, I just grab my Tangle Teaser and brush out my hair thoroughly, just to get any knots out and to make it super duper smooth, because obviously you want to be brushing it the least when it's wet, just because that places the most stress on your hair, and it's a lot easier to brush your hair when it's dry. To do this, I just split my hair into 2 sections so I can reach all the way around to get the knots at the very back of. And I start by holding the middle part of my hair so I can brush out all the ends first without putting any strain on the roots by like pulling at any of the knots in the bottom part of my hair. Now I'm hopping in the shower and I'm just taking my Tangle Teaser so I can brush through all the products that I'm going to use in the shower, and my Yui Boom just to have a little bit of a sing and a dance. And not that this is very important at all, but I just like to brush out my part so my hair isn't sitting flat on my head when I'm washing my hair, and so it just kind of gets a break from always being in that middle part that I wear my hair in all the time. So now that my hair's all wet, I'm going to be actually mixing my regular shampoo, which is the Di Lorenzo Rejuvenate series shampoo. with Fanola, just so it's not as strong and as like toning as what it usually would be, just because I'm honestly quite scared that it's going to really overtone my hair, and I honestly don't really like the really icy blonde look on my hair. I much prefer a golden colour to it, which is obviously the whole purpose of Fanola, so I know to only use a little bit for a short amount of time. So that's why I'm going to be mixing my normal shampoo with the Fanola, as you're about to see. And the Di Lorenzo shampoo and conditioner I absolutely love. On the back of it, it says it's recommended by hairdressers, natural based, pH balanced, no animal testing, no animal derived ingredients, biodegradable and recyclable packaging. So it's just really good for your hair, for the environment, for everything like that, and it also smells absolutely delicious. My particular one, the Rejuvenate series, which is in the purple bottle, says it gently cleanses coloured hair and protects from UV fade, and the added ingredients are baobab protein, I think that's how you say it, ginkgo biloba and berry. Wow, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but they're the main ingredients. Basically it's a berry extract, so it smells really sweet and like berries. So I just lather the mixture of Fanola and my Di Lorenzo shampoo all the way through my roots, massaging my head and scalp really well, and then adding either a little bit more of the Di Lorenzo if I just need a little bit more like cleaning shampoo at the top of my roots, or a little bit more of the Fanola in my ends if I want them to be a bit blonder. It really depends, because I never get the amounts right the first time, so I usually have to go back in with a little bit more if I don't have a big enough layer just yet. So as I said, I was really scared about going overboard with the Fanola, just because my hair is already really light and I'm really happy with the colour, just not so much the tone of it anymore. And I know how strong and potent the Fanola No Yellow can be, and as it says on the back of the bottle, it says the No Yellow shampoo is ideal for grey, super lightened or decoloured hair. Its violet pigment tones down unwanted yellow hues on grey, light blonde or streaked hair. And then to use, it says apply to wet hair, massage, leave on for 1 to 5 minutes. So repeat if necessary. I doubt I would ever need to repeat it, but that's a really good indicator for, like, or a gauge I should say, for how toned you want it. So obviously 1 to 2 minutes is just kind of got to give it a light freshen up. 5 minutes and doing it twice, that will really honestly lighten your hair like 1 or 2 shades lighter. Now I'm just grabbing my Tangle Teezer again to brush through all the shampoo. This isn't really to get knots out, like I do try and get all the knots out of the ends of my hair by holding it how I did it before, but it's mainly just to evenly distribute the shampoo, which is especially important if you've got a toning one, which might change the colour of your hair a little bit. And I just set a timer for 2 minutes to leave the Fanola in. Usually I just wait like the length of a whole song when I've got my shampoo in, and then again for conditioner, but this time I wanted to be really careful and only leave it in for 2 minutes at the most, just because I know how strong Fanola can be. But yeah, as I said, usually I'll just leave a song on, wait for that whole time and do something else obviously, so I'm not wasting water. So I'll wash my hair while I'm shampooing, sorry, not wash my hair, wash my face while I'm shampooing, and then shave while I've got my conditioner in, something similar to that anyway. After the 2 minutes I wash that out, and I do actually use my Tangle Teezer again to brush through. This really isn't necessary at all, but I just find I may as well brush my hair and get knots out while I'm washing the shampoo out as well, and it just seems to get it out a little bit quicker, but you really don't have to. I just try and do this to keep my hair as knot free as possible during the whole process. Then obviously you know all the shampoo is washed out when the water coming out of your hair runs clear, and you're all good to move on. Then of course I just use the matching conditioner from my Di Lorenzo Rejuvenate series, and this conditioner is the exact same, has all the same berry extracts and all the good stuff in it. It just says it restores your coloured hair instead of cleansing it, because obviously it's a conditioner. And I focus the conditioner on the bottom half of my hair, so I lather it in my hands first and then completely coat all of my ends and make sure they're super soft and conditioned. Then I work my way up to the middle section and just kind of like how when you're fake tanning and you just use whatever's left on the mitt on your face, it's kind of like that what I do with my conditioner. So I just use whatever's left on my fingers to do my roots, because I know some people don't like to condition their roots at all, but I still do just because it makes it easier to brush out, and I like having fully conditioned hair to make it nice and silky and smooth. Then I just quickly run my fingers through it and grab my tangle teaser to completely brush out my hair. And this is where I actually do get out all the knots, just because obviously conditioner makes that a lot easier. And I brush all my my ends first, and then all the way from roots to ends to make sure there's absolutely no knots. And the conditioner is all the way through my hair, and I leave that for 3 to 5 minutes, it says on that one. So after I've had a little cry because my UI room died and I couldn't listen to any more music, I rinse out my hair really well and make sure the water coming out of my hair is clear again, and then I just towel dry it as soon as I hop out of the shower. So now I'm using the Tresemme Heat Protectant Spray. I honestly just bought this because it was cheap. I don't really know if it's that good, but just make sure you've got some kind of heat protectant before you're going in and using heat tools on your hair. Then I'll just repart my hair into the natural middle part, how I always wear it. And I'll just be brushing my hair using the Tangle Teaser and the same technique I showed you at the very start of the video. Just gently, obviously, because your hair is more delicate and sensitive when it's wet. As I said in the intro clip, I don't usually blow dry my hair before bed because I obviously have nighttime showers, and what I like to do is just brush it how I am now, and I don't need to use a heat protectant. I just brush it, towel dry it a bit more, and then head to bed and let it dry naturally. But for the sake of this video, and also because it is winter and it's absolutely freezing, I did just want to lightly blow dry my hair. So what I'm doing tonight, because obviously it is nighttime and I'm not going straight to an event or anything, I just brush through it and then half blow dry it, so it's still not soaking wet and only a little bit damp, kind of in places that I know will dry overnight, just so I'm not freezing cold, and yeah, so my hair's not soaking wet. And finally, the last step is straightening my hair. I use my GHD straightener. It's the widest one they have and it gets the job done the quickest, so I absolutely love that. And of course, brushing my hair through with the Tangle Teaser as I go. And as I said in the intro clip, I do not straighten my hair after every single wash. I try and keep it to about once a week, or only when I have special occasions. And when I know I do have a special occasion, or I just know I want to go out somewhere nice and have my hair freshly washed and straightened, I will do exactly what I've done in this video for you guys. So I'm only kind of applying really intense heat on my hair once, so I'll let it dry naturally like I did, instead of hair drying it at all, and then straighten it the next morning or like the day of whatever the event or occasion is. And finally, these are my amazing before and after results after using Fanola for the very first time, and I want to thank them so much for collaborating with me on this video and for being so generous with all of the goodies they sent out. I will definitely continue using Fanola, and thank you so much to you guys for watching. Give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!